not going to be able to continue here. Romania preparing a replacement for their left back, who, remember, was already drafted in due to the suspension of Nixor Bancu. The challenge again by Marius Marin. He's certainly not letting up in his endeavour, but Dumfries a continual source of danger.
And again, Hadji ball watching, that's why Dumfries is in behind him. It's not just a good challenge, he actually plays it off Dumfries as well, Marin. Not sure he meant to do that, but if he misses that challenge, once again Romania are opened up.
Number 24 is Bogdan Rakovician, who plays his club football in Poland. He only played in one of the group games. He is about to enter the fray in this last 16 game in Munich. Disappointment for Mogos.
It's a ball that both players had to go for, but it just falls in between them. Both got eyes on the ball, that's why it's a collision. There's nothing malicious in the challenge from Dumfries.
I think Dumfries can see the opponent in his peripheral vision. He slightly braced himself a bit more, whereas it was more of a surprise hit from Mogos's point of view.
Yeah, he's more side on, so again he can't see the player, and as I say, there's nothing malicious in it. Dumfries has every right to go for the ball, but of course he didn't want to injure his man. It's just the way it's gone.
Well, in the group stage, the Netherlands were only in front in any of their matches for 12 minutes 27 seconds. It was the lowest total of any team that reached the knockout phase. They haven't been used to being in front of this tournament, but they have now held this lead for the last 16-17 minutes since Gakpo put them in front. Here is Cody Gakpo again, and that man again, Marius Marin, who so often shows up where they need him most.
Yeah, Romania need to get Rakovician on, because at the moment they've got Yanis Hadji playing as left back. He's had problems playing in midfield against Dumfries, doesn't want to be there.
As Rakovician been made to be patient, Romania still playing with 10. Ake looking for Memphis Depay. Such a well-weighted ball. Well, there was no support coming behind him.
Yeah, his movement off the ball is excellent. He's made that run in behind the Romanian defence time and again. He's just slightly ahead of the ball, so when he controls it, it goes backwards. And now in front of him, got two centre-halves watching the ball. Brilliant forward run. But you can see he's slightly ahead of the ball, so when he chests it, he's chesting it back, and that favours the defender.
So Bogdan Rakovician is on for Romania. It looks like Burka is going to play left back, and Rakovician, who's just come on, will play in the centre alongside Dragushin.
Yeah, it's a different challenge for Burka, switching to left back. He's got to be aware, he will be aware of the danger of Dumfries down this right hand side.
Memphis Depay. Trickery. Reinders couldn't quite get the angle. This is Simons. Well, it was an unorthodox little Rapona cross from Xavi Simons as the Netherlands get another corner.
Well, Reinders didn't back himself to actually take a shot on with his left foot. He had the space there, but eventually ended up passing it. But Depay, his movement, his clever footwork is causing so many problems.
The Dutch flair is becoming more and more evident in Munich.
Yeah, the only thing Ronald Koeman will be unhappy about, his team aren't 2 or 3 up. They're playing that well.
Slow burners in the group stage, but we are beginning to see the Netherlands at their best. One fisted punch by Florin Nietzsche.
I mentioned Burka again, that different challenge, switching to left back. The first thing I'd do is say to Yanis Hadji, I know you want to get forward and create and score goals, but when we don't have the ball, get back and help me out down this right hand side.
Xavi Simons, who came through the youth academy at Barcelona as a kid. His first name is after the Barcelona Xavi. Here's Dumfries, just bounce wasn't too kind for him. He's done well to keep this alive. Bergwijn. Schouten. Bergwijn. Dumfries. Header out by Rakovician. Maris Marin. Oh, Romania really are under pressure now. They're finding it difficult to clear their lines. Xavi Simons. Van Dijk slow to get back to his feet. Bergwijn. Dumfries. The pace has just been quickened by the Netherlands. And how they would love to get that second ahead of half-time. Depay just too short for Dumfries. Romania are hanging on.
Yeah, they really need half-time. They need maybe a rethink to change their defensive approach. They're getting run ragged. They're fortunate to be just one goal down.
Dumfries comes off Burka. It is another corner. The Netherlands are now into double figures. It's their 10th corner of this first half. That is how dominant Ronald Koeman's team have been.
Yeah, and Denzel Dumfries on the team sheet is down as a right back. If you looks at his average position in this first half, he's virtually playing as a right winger. And that's exactly where Koeman and the Netherlands want him. They changed their formation to enable that to happen, and he's not been tracked. That's why it's had such a big effect on the game.
Depay, was that intentional? Was he trying to whip that in-swinger to try and catch the keeper out? You actually wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, he seems to maybe try and catch it with the outside of his boot. I think he is. He's trying to catch the keeper who's anticipating the cross coming in, but I'm not sure Virgil van Dijk, Stefan de Vrij will be that happy. They've come up from the back for a set piece, and well, it's wasted really by Depay.
Hadji, who's not been able to display much of his skill and flair. It's been hard work in defence for the Romanian number 10 so far.
Yeah, the first 10-15 minutes it was a real contest, but well, the Netherlands have scored and they've just completely dominated the game in the last half an hour.
After a bright start, Romania were really rattled by that Cody Gakpo goal. Memphis Depay, just too close to Rakovician. Oh, Dumfries wouldn't allow it be shielded out. Simons must score. That is a let-off for Romania. Dumfries thought he had laid it on a plate.
Just needs to take the opportunity to shoot far earlier. You can't run a risk like this. Rakovician trying to let the ball run out. Dumfries is athletic, energetic, gets to the ball. Brilliant layoff. Now maybe just take one touch. His first touch is not good. He gets stuck underneath his feet. Take it first time, or take one touch, then shoot. The more touches you take, you're going to get closed down. But Romania living so dangerously. But the ball there, you can see, bouncing ball, stuck underneath his feet. Can't get a clear strike in. Poor first touch, which is a real surprise because he is attacking quality.
He just couldn't dig it out from beneath his own feet there. Xavi Simons could have made this the perfect first half for the Netherlands. The only complaint that Ronald Koeman will have, and the only bit of gratitude that Edward Ionescu will have, is that somehow the Dutch haven't got that second goal. Ake. We are into additional time. 3 minutes being added on for stoppages.
Yeah, this is the kind of possession dominance we've seen from Netherlands in other games, but they haven't created chances, haven't scored the goals they should have done. And we can criticise them for not taking the chances in this game, but they look so purposeful, so sharp when they have the ball. You'd expect them to maybe get 2 or 3 if this continues and Romania don't sort themselves out defensively.
Romanian fans who've come here today with such hope and expectation, but you can see the concern now etched across their faces. Nobody said this was going to be easy for Romania. Done by Burka. Van Dijk has presented it straight to Hagi. That was below the standard you'd expect of Virgil van Dijk. Now can Dragus punish him? Tried to weave, not bad at all. It's the best that Romania have offered in a long time in this game.
Yeah, he probably takes a touch too many. I think when he first steps in field, he should take the shot on. But he carries it a little bit too far, and the ball, again, is more difficult to strike when you're moving across the edge of the box. But Van Dijk, you're right, that was a mistake that you wouldn't expect a defender of such quality to make.
Just a little reminder to the Netherlands, well, this isn't over yet. One-sided first half, but 1-0 can be a dangerous lead.
Yeah, any complacency could easily be punished. We've seen with Stanciu and Dragus, they have the goal scorers, they have dangerous attackers in the team. It's just they've struggled to get into the Netherlands half for about half an hour or so.
Rakovician looks for Ratsiu. Dutch defence that has had so little to do over the last half hour, just looking a little wobbly in these late questions being asked of them in the closing seconds of the first half.
And it's the first time we've seen Ratsiu step forward from right back. He's been pinned, deep up against Gakpo. He's an attacking fullback with great energy and pace, but he's just not been released forward.
Just aware of the weakness Romania have on the left side of their defence. The concentration of Dutch attacks have been down the right-hand side, but that said, when they do go left and they bring Gakpo into things, he's looked really good. Ratsiu. That's Van Marin. Dennis Mann. Tried to stretch it out to Yanis Hagi. 3 in field of him. Van Dijk puts it out for a corner, and there will be time to take this corner ahead of half-time.
It wasn't necessarily the best cross, but good play. Finally getting on the pitch, Romania. When the cross comes in, a lot of the attacking targets have gone ahead of the ball, Dragus in particular, so that means Van Dijk can intercept and clear.
There's never a bad time to score in football, but what a time this would be if Romania could level things up ahead of half-time. This will be the final passage of play. Hagi's delivery. Van Dijk puts it out. Does he? No, Hagi's kept it in. Ake did well on the back stick. Bergwijn cleverly plays the ball out off Burka for a Netherlands throw.
That's a dangerous ball in from Hagi. Flat, pacey there to be attacked. They were brave defensively there, Netherlands.
The half-time whistle blows in Munich. The Netherlands lead. And in their pursuit of the trophy, they have looked to Cody. Gakpo's goal, beating Florian Nietzsche, has given the Netherlands a 1-goal lead, set up by Xavi Simons, who might have made it 2 himself. Late mistake from Van Dijk goes unpunished. It's Romania 0, Netherlands 1 for now.
সামনের স্টপে বাসটা থামায়েন। টাঙ্গাইলের শিমুলতলের উপরে কিছুই নাই। 1 নম্বর জিনিস পাইতে হইলে জায়গা মতো নামতে হয়। কি মুক্তা গাছের মন্ডা শহরে কই পাইবেন? ভাতিজা, ভালো একটা অফার দেখে মোবাইলে নেট ভরে দাও তো।
দেখা হয় নাই চক্ষু মেলিয়া, নিজের ফোনে মাইজিপি খুলিয়া।
কি কর?
1 নম্বর জিনিস পাইতে হইলে যেমন জায়গা মতন নামতে হয়, 1 নম্বর অফার পাইতে হইলে মাইজিপিতে যাইতে হয়।
ওগুলো পাঠিয়ে দাও।
জি স্যার। বস, রাস্তায় জ্যাম।
নতুন কিছু বলেন।
বিকাশ সেভিংসে
গ্লো এর গ্লসি কোটিং ফর্মুলা বাইরের দেয়ালে দেয় চকচকে ফিনিশিং, বাড়ি দেয় এমনই ঝলক, পরে না চোখের পলক। কি তোমার বাড়ির ঝলক।
দ্রব্যমূল্যের লাগামহীন ঊর্ধ্বগতিতে হাঁসফাঁস, মূল্যবৃদ্ধিতে স্বস্তি দিতে বসুন্ধরা টিস্যু নিয়ে এলো নিশ্চিত ছাড়। দ্রব্যমূল্যের লাগামহীন ঊর্ধ্বগতিতে হাঁসফাঁস, মূল্যবৃদ্ধিতে স্বস্তি দিতে বসুন্ধরা
And they're probably fortunate that Romania didn't capitalise more there. And they're probably fortunate that Romania didn't capitalise more than the Euro 88 final in this city. Happy memories of Romania didn't capitalise more than a Euro 88 final in this city.
He would have been happy with the majority of happy memories as well.
Romania didn't capitalise more than a Euro 88 final in this city.
He would have been happy with the majority of happy memories as well.
Romania didn't capitalise more than a Euro 88 final in this city.
Happy with the majority of happy memories as well. Happy with the majority of happy memories as well.
Better for Romania. Can they build on this? Reinders, who made more passes in the first half than any other player on the field, has been fouled here by Hadji.
He's a really technically gifted player, has packs of energy as well, can chop and change his midfield position, so understands the role, or the different roles that he's been asked to play by Ronald Koeman.
Tijani Reinders, who only made his international debut last September, but he has been a near constant in Ronald Koeman's team since then. De Vrij. Romania fizz up and shake the bottle here in the early stages of the second half, and the Netherlands just trying to ease some of that pressure. Here is Reinders though, and a bit of a gap has opened up in front of him here. Reinders might take it on himself. Blocked by Rakovicia. There are appeals for a penalty. What part of the strike?
Oh, I just mentioned the technical ability of Reinders, but they're the dynamism driving into space.
Xavi Simons, Cody Gakpo, Malen didn't jump freely. Felix Schreier's on-field decision, there was no penalty.
That's a really brave defensive block, important block. Now he is diving somewhat as well, he's falling away, Rakovician. But again, I think it's the fact his arm is any further out and he will be in big trouble, but too easy for Reinders to drive through the midfield, get to the edge of the box and get his shot away.
Well, it was a calculated manoeuvre by Rakovician. He knew what he was doing, keeping that arm, the elbows tucked in, but equally spreading his body otherwise as much as he could.
Yeah, the officials are looking for that, an arm that makes the body bigger. It clearly wasn't there, it was tight to the body. It did hit his arm, but it isn't handball.
Draguš, who has not seen much of the ball, wins a free kick for his team here.
Yeah, this is what he has to keep doing. It might be a painful second half. He will take a few knocks, but protect the ball, get fouled, get his team up the pitch.
Stanciu to take the free kick. Dragušin has gone forward, tall central defender. A target to aim at here. Stefan de Vrij is the Dutch player being spoken to by the referee. Played in by Stanciu. Too high for Dragušin. Depay's miscued clearance doesn't quite relieve the threat here. Dennis Mann. Ratsiu. One back in the midfield by Schouten. And that will be a Dutch throw.
It's really clever positioning from Schouten. He saw that Ratsiu had stepped into midfield from right back, and that was where Romania were looking to play the pass into Ratsiu in that advanced position, and Schouten just blocked it off.
Eduard Jordanescu's team have only mustered one attempt on target in this game so far. That is something they will need to improve on. Netherlands hoping to reach the quarterfinals of the European Championship for the first time since Euro 2008. It's been a long time. Reinders. Schouten to De Vrij. Reinders. Ake. Good game management this from the Netherlands. Trying to wrestle back control of the game that they dominated for so long in the first half. Dumfries
launches himself at the striker. See, the ball breaks off Dragushin, takes the touch. There's Ratchi throwing himself, and that block, that interception, absolutely vital. It keeps Romania just one behind.
It's the first time in the second half that Denzel Dumfries has created some menace down the right wing. That was the story of the opening 45 minutes.
That's how patient the Netherlands were as well. There must have been 10-15 passes, then suddenly they quicken the tempo up, get the ball out to him, and a real opportunity arises from that patience.
Lovely swing of the hips from Malin. Ticking on Burka. Here is Reinders. Romania being forced to sit in their own final third now. Ake. Reinders. Xavi Simons against Ratziu. Ake. There's a lot of Navy shirts waiting in the penalty area. Dumfries feels that 10 minutes played now in the second period. Still the one goal between them. Still hope for Romania. Dragushin. Straight to Ake. Romania have got to be more careful in possession. Schouten. Reinders too far in front of Gakpo.
That's a real surprise. It's a wasteful pass from Reinders. The counter-attack was on. This is going to be a problem as well for Jordanescu and Romania. They're going to have to commit more bodies up the pitch, looking to get the equaliser. They could be caught with the pace and direct running that the Netherlands have on the counter.
In the press conference yesterday, Eduard Jordanescu said, we have to be close to perfection. Reinders. He's claiming it took a deflection. The referee says no, that will be a goal kick to Romania.
And once again, a really good shooting position for him, stepping up the pitch. But once again, there's a little bit of maybe pressure on him from the back from Dragush, who's managed to get back into a defensive position. Clever play from Reinders. Space opens up. I think Dragush maybe just does enough just to unsettle him.
Very elegant player, Tijani Reinders. Now the Dutch have got to get back. Dennis Mann runs into Schouten.
That's a waste because he's got Ratchi, who's made a brilliant forward run ahead of him. Just play the ball into the space the right back is running into.
Look at this. Simons has spotted Malin in space. Romania thin on numbers at the back. And it deflects away off Rakovician for a corner.
Well, it looks like Marlon's trying to pick out Gakpo at the far post, which is the more difficult pass. Just watch Memphis Depay. He drags the centre halves in and then he holds his run. He wants to pull back. That's where the ball should go, to the penalty spot. To Depay in space. Another great opportunity spurned by the Netherlands.
Ronald Koeman is hoping that he doesn't live to regret these chances not being taken.
And again, it came from Romania committing bodies up the pitch and being caught on the counter.
Netherlands corner. Free header, Van Dijk off the post. Virgil van Dijk. looking for his 10th international goal, could barely have come any closer.
Is he trying to be too precise? He's under no pressure whatsoever. Does the right thing in terms of heading it down. He's trying to head it right into the corner. Doesn't really need to do that. If he heads it into the side netting, the keeper is never